Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. This is Marilyn Gale. You guys have probably seen this story, but I'm going to bring it to you my way and in my fashion. Now, there's a woman caught on camera inside the Bronx Zoo's lion enclosure, and she has been identified as a Brooklyn resident whose friend says she has gone off the rails in the past year. The brazen daredevil, identified by sources as Maya Autry, 32 years old, she posted videos of her walk on the wild side to Instagram on Saturday. "I really have not fear of nothing breathing," she wrote in one of her captions. "Animals can feel love just like humans. Maul me maybe?" Woman walks into den, taunts lion at the Bronx Zoo. In another video where she can be seen standing in the giraffe enclosure, and she writes, "I literally have the same diet as a giraffe." Police are now hunting for the woman to slap her with a trespassing citation. But Autry on Wednesday flaunted her stunt with new pictures on Instagram, including one of slain rapper Tupac-Shakur and a lion, and a painting of the biblical Queen of Sheba flanked by two lions. "Something snapped somewhere," former housemate Eunice Walton, 63 years old, told the Post. "When I saw the video of the woman walking towards the lion, I said, why do people do this? People are crazy. And then Wednesday morning, I found out it was her, and I was like, what? Maya?" Audrey had been living with Walter and her daughter on Pacific Street in Brooklyn, but lost touch in recent months. Now, Walton's daughter, Akeisha Wallace, 31, said she and Audrey grew up like sisters, but the two grew apart over the past year. "I didn't think it had gone that far," she said of the zoo videos. "I want her to get help. I need her to get help because I'm scared for her." Autry has been busted for trespassing before in West Burlington, Iowa, where police said she got rowdy at a Trailways bus depot in January. She was arrested January 10th and ended up spending more than 2 weeks in jail before being cut loose. "We get it all through here," West Burlington Police Chief Jesse Logan told the Post, noting news of the woman Bronx Zoo exploits had definitely reached the population 2,968 people in the town. "She just became uncooperative with the manager. She just refused to cooperate with us, so she just got arrested." Guys, I wanted to get a picture of both her and the lion. I could only find a picture of her, but if you click on the link, and I'll put it in the description area, there's a clip of that actual encounter. Now, when you see this, pay attention, close attention to the expression on that lion's face. It was like, say what? A lion could look bewildered? I've never seen a look of bewildered on a lion's face. But if at all there was such a look, that lion had that look. It's kind of funny, but not really. She could have been seriously hurt or killed, and then the lion would be euthanized for what? For someone thinking they could just go into a wild animal's cage and nothing would happen. So they would put the lion down, and that in itself would anger me. I'm not really saying her life is not important, but it could be avoided. This kind of incident, just don't go into the lion's den is what I'm trying to say. And why would you euthanize a wild animal for doing what a wild animal does? Attack and kill in most cases. We all know that this woman has to have a mental illness, and that's my opinion. But even having a mental illness, many people that have an illness would not go into a lion's den. I mean, this woman had no fear of this lion. You could tell by the expression on her face, and her body language, she had no fear. She even danced for the lion, doing a little shimmy for him. And the lion just looked at her like, you gotta be kidding me. I must be getting punked. What's his name, guy? The one that, Ashton Kirshner, I think that's his name is. Kirshner. Like, where's he at? The lion took a few steps towards her and she didn't waver. She didn't budge. She didn't run. She didn't act scared. There was no fear from this woman. Maybe that's why the lion didn't attack her, because he sensed no fear. Or maybe the lion just ate and he wasn't hungry and was in no mood for a snack, watching his weight or something. I don't know. I even thought the lion might have thought she was a lion, a male lion, because she was wearing braids, and maybe the lion thought the braids was a mane. Who knows what goes through a lion's mind? But this woman is so blessed to be alive, not lucky, but blessed. God protected her, and I truly believe that. Y'all, do you remember the story of Daniel in the lion's den? Daniel was protected, so this is not the first time divine intervention happened, and it won't be the last. But guys, do not test it. Do not walk into any wild animal's den when you go to the zoo. Let me just tell you a quick story. I was fortunate enough to go on a safari in Africa, an actual safari, but we didn't go to kill animals or nothing. It was just to take pictures. So I guess it would be a photogenic safari. And I was in the middle of nowhere in the part where they, kept all the animals to run free for miles and miles and miles. I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I had to pee. And like an idiot, I'm telling the driver of the van, because we was in one of those vans where you kind of, the top was open, you can do the handle around to close and open it. I'll tell the other story at a later date, but I had to go to the bathroom. Okay. I had no choice but to go behind a bush, like you did back in the day when you went fishing. Maybe some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but back in the day, I had no choice. I had to go to the bathroom so bad. So I went, accompanied by the driver of the van, and at the time, my husband. And I had to go so bad, I didn't feel no shame. I just told them to turn their back. But guys, a lion could have came out of nowhere and ate all of us up. But I had to go to the bathroom. So I'm thinking, okay, I had to go to the bathroom. I'm risking my life to go to the restroom instead of being embarrassed and maybe do on myself. Which now that I think of it, I could have just endured the embarrassment. I look at that and say how blessed I was. So guys, they turned, the guy that was driving us, the tour guide, he turned his back, and my ex was on the lookout for the wild animals. And I successfully, did what I had to do and got back. So, I didn't purposely, and I didn't want to do that. I was scared, but I was about to pop. So I went. And this was many years ago, so the maturity factor has wavered. We could have took a container and I could have went to the back of the van and did the do. But that's another story. But anyway, let me get back to the story. Again, I am not making fun of this story. However, it does have a funny aspect to it. I can see a movie being made for this incident. And they building a whole story behind it, probably mostly fiction mixed with a little bit of fact. And the person that I would pick to play the woman would be Tiffany Haddish. Now, people don't think Tiffany's funny, but she got personality. I'm going to leave the link so you guys could see the clip of this woman dancing for the lion. And look at the woman and tell me, wouldn't Tiffany Haddish make a good replica of this woman? Tiffany Haddish would be a good casting character and would be spot on for playing that part. The story would include her life before Dancing with the Lions and after the Lions. Maybe in a story they'll put a little twist in and they'll put a little bit more humor in it. But it's really, to be honest, it's really not a funny story. But since the lady is good, we can find a little humor in it. But who's to say she won't try that again? Well, I hope they're watching at the zoos for Miss Autry, because she says animals can feel love. And I guess she's trying to tell everybody she has love for all creatures on this earth. But she better be careful, because just like humans can reject love. So, and hurt you. So, I'm going to end this here. I just had to bring this to you my way, because I know you guys have probably heard about this story. But I just pray that she does not pull this stunt again, because the next time it may not turn out the way it did this time, where she's safe, at least from the lions for now. Thank you for joining me, guys. If you have not subscribed, please do so and hit that notification bell. And if you like this story, please hit the like button. So thank you. And I will see you again. Have a good evening.